Alright guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Josh and today we are beginning a brand new Icarus series. Icarus is one of those survival games I've had my eye on for quite some time. Didn't really get it until last year, towards the end of last year, October, November. I think it went on special on Steam. And so I picked it up and I was like, always wanted it. And I thought, okay, well let's check it out. So I haven't played any of it. I literally have just finished installing and all of that jazz and got the loading screen going, yeah. But I did watch a few YouTube tutorials and videos and that type of thing just to sort of get like a general idea of the game. And it got a lot of hate from a lot of different content creators. It definitely skewed in the dislike sort of direction, which I think, when I heard the reasoning why the guys were not liking it, they were like, oh, it's just another rehashed survival game. And I kind of thought to myself, yeah, well, survival is what survival is, It's how many times are you going to make a survival game, if you know what I mean. So let's give it a fair, unbiased shot. Just a little bit about the game. From what I understand, I might be wrong on this, but from what I understand, you are an space explorer guy that is living on some space station, and you get sent down to the planet to achieve goals, and then they give you like a time frame to achieve the goals in. The goals are everything from collect this resource or that resource, or figure this thing out, or go do that thing, whatever it is. And so you get your character. I don't even know if you get to build a character. Like I say, I've literally just opened the game. So I think what we're going to do is let's just figure this out together. Let's give Icarus a fair shot and let's see if we like it. You never know. Alright, let us begin. Cool. Pretty standard character creation sort of thing. Let's see what our options are. Male or female? Only two body types. Interesting. Let's see, color schemes. We got the blue. Nothing really tickles my fancy. I think that's pretty cool. Let's go with that. Voice, don't care. Head, well, we're not that dude, so let's just check head too. Hey, what the hell? This guy needs to go see a dermatologist or something. His pores are really open on his face there. I don't know what the story behind that is, but okay. I don't know, we'll just yeah, we'll go with this dude. Looks good enough. Scars, we don't care. Facial hair, oh yeah, beard. Big beard. Why can't I have a big beard? Okay, they need to sort that out. We want a big beard. Skin tone, that's like privilege, less privilege, less privilege. There we go, we'll go with that. I don't know why he's putting eyeliner on there. That's weird, but okay. Clothing, we'll go with that. Okay, logo, decal on our clothing. We got whatever space there. I think we'll just go with. That's pretty cool. Just go with that. Cap style. We'll put one on. Let's put one on, and let's give it a GT stripe. Character name. What should we name our guy? Let's call him Bob. Let's call him Bob. Why not? Confirm character. I don't even know if we can redo that at some stage. Hopefully, we can pay more attention to it. But let's just see what's going on. So we got join, load, new, resume. Click here to start a new open world mission or outpost. Alright, that makes sense. There are three main modes of play within Icarus: mission, open world, and outpost. Missions are the classic way to play Icarus, and a series of objectives and a finite time frame, which I think that's the one how it's meant to be played, so that's the way we're going to play it in the beginning. Okay, then the open world is a persistent survival experience with no time restrictions, the ability to engage in dynamic SMPL3 missions, and a subset of our classic missions offered on planet as operators. Okay, so once we've gotten ourselves familiar with the game and we kind of want to just experiment a bit. Maybe we jump into an open world and just maybe see what we can build, how we can build, maybe learn a little bit more about like mechanics in that way or in that sense. Then outposts are persistent worlds on a smaller scale, allowing dynamic SMPL3 missions. Alright. Well, let's just... Ooh, okay, what are these things? So this one, open world, has missions. Oh no, it's got the SMPL3 missions, no other missions. It's got operations, exotics, red exotics, great hunts. Don't know what that's about. Oh, but you also get to choose your drop point, build your base, battle enemies and the weather across the entire map as long as you can. That's pretty cool. Okay, normal missions. We have no SMPL3 missions. We have normal missions. No operations, exotics, red exotics, and no great hunts. Which this one I think is time limited missions. Drop in fresh, complete contracts, mine exotic matter, unlock unique item blueprints, and earn Ren to buy workshop items. Okay, and then we got the outpost option. So we've got simple missions and nothing else. I'm just going to call it simple because that's simplify things. Okay, build risk-free in a small, persistent map. Expect calm weather, fewer enemies, and regenerating resources. But it's an XP reduction. I don't think I'm going to do outposts. That just sounds like peaceful mode. So we've got to choose between missions and open world. What are we doing? Well, let's just do some missions. 0 out of 54. So there are... So it looks like there's 3 different places, maps. First cohort, ground 0, where fortunes are found and lives are lost. Earth-like terror zone, centered on a mountainous Arctic region. So we got mountains and cold. Very nice. What's this symbol for? Okay. Maybe that's like easy mode, Olympus. Then Starks, there's like 24 missions for that. I think these are missions, I don't really know. Like I say, I just opened it, so be gentle. Repealed red zones, ripe for the taking. Earth-like terror zone, centered around large braided rivers, teeming with wildlife. This looks like it could be a medium, and I do quite like it. And then we got Prometheus. 4 red skulls, so we're gonna, that's, yeah, but looks, yeah, requires the expansion and requires an expansion. So we've only got the Olympus. I must look into those two, but anyway, we've only got that option. And what is this now? Select, plan, and zoom. What the heck? Is this like a mission tree or something? Like, how does this work? Oh, okay. So there's like a whole... What is this? Currently locked. Complete previous missions to unlock. Oh, so it's a mission tree. Very cool. So, okay. So let's see here. What do they want to send us on? 7 days, hours, and minutes. Beachhead. Well, it seems like the best place to start because it's like right at the beginning.
Welcome to Icarus, friend. UDA says we gotta drop you in a safe, well-mapped zone your first time down. They must have been thinking of some other planet. You'll see for yourself, soon enough. There's a ways to go before you head out hunting for exotics. Right now, it's about learning to survive on the surface. So head down, take a look around, then we'll talk.
Okay, that's interesting. Alright, that's interesting. Nice that he narrated that for us. Didn't have to read all that crap. Also, that voice sounds very familiar. I'm sure that's the voice or similar voice that was used for Hunter Call of the Wild. But anyway, let's check here out. Okay, recon the forest zone. That's our objective. Mission settings, either easy, normal, hard. Let's just go easy. Difficulty, very easy by the look of things. Custom world settings, hardcore missions, more rewards plus 50%. Hardcore missions, you will not be able to self-revive. If your character goes down, you can only be revived by a fellow prospector. Alright, we've got modifiers here as well. Those change according to the difficulty setting. So creature melee damage minus 50%, creature health halved, creature movement speed down by 10%. Oh, that looks alright. Okay. So the reward we get is 25 Ren. We have 7 days to do it in. Now, is that 7 in-game days? Or is that 7 real? I don't know. But let's claim the prospect. Oh, wait. How do we do this? Claim prospects. My items. Okay, I don't have any. No items on drop. Select an Enviro suit and load equipment into your dropship for your next mission. Okay, you have been given a default prospector suit. Equipped a new suit by dragging and dropping here. Dropship cargo environment and my items. So I'm assuming this is where all my stuff will be on my space station, and then this is all the stuff that'll go with me to the planet. Alright, that's my assumption at least. Insurance. Insure items against loss. Insured items can be reclaimed after 5 days from prospects if they are not returned to a dropship before then. What? That insurance on no stuff? Well, we ain't got nothing to lose, so we don't need insurance right now. Confirm your loadout and join the session. Claim this prospect and host a session. Lobby settings, privacy types, Steam friends only, private. We'll just keep it private. Alright, let's see. It looks like a serious nose picker.
Welcome to Icarus, friend. Looks like your first time down here. Call me Soul. Looks like paradise. But don't be fooled. The air's poison, wildlife's out to kill you, and the weather's like nothing you've ever seen. You'll need to make yourself some shelter soon enough. But you know what you're doing, right? That's why you came all the way out here and dropped with nothing. 'Cause you could. Well, UDA wants you to show you understand the basics before they send you anywhere really dangerous. So get acquainted, then head back up when you're ready. Best of luck, friend. Stay safe.
Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to fix the graphic settings because damn. We're gonna have to restart. Alright, give me a sec, let me fix this quick. Okay, I'm back. I think that has fixed everything. Not really, I think OBS is what's creating some of the issues, but anyway. So let's see here on the left. We've got hunt, gather, craft, gather sticks, stones off the grid, off the ground, and fiber from bushes. Then open the craft menu with 0. And craft a stone axe for protection. All your actions grant experience, level up for access to new skills and blueprints, unlock a wood rag torch, and craft it with that to provide yourself some lighting now. Let's just start with pickup. What is this? We got some stone, we got some oxalite, we got some stick. That jittering in the center of the screen is going to annoy the hell out of me. Okay. But cool, we've got some pretty standard controls. Pond there. Ooh, is that a fish? It's a fishy. Now we can do some fishing. Oh, waterfall is coming from. Oh, that's quite pretty. Not bad overall. I mean, I think we're just in some valley in the mountain stuff. Nice little weather here. There's a deer. Alright, let's see, hand gather craft, blah blah blah, J to open field guides for more build and items information. Okay, so stone pickaxe. This is like a tech tree, 0 points available. For crafting all the things we can craft. We have 41 units of fiber, 20 sticks, oxalite, can be refined into breathable oxygen. What's beeping at me? Alright. Talents. 0 points available, survivor eventually combat. So clearly we can upgrade our dude on that. So there's our inventory character, there's our crafting menu, there's our tech tree, unlockable stuff. How do we get a torch? I'm really worried about that flying kite sound coming from behind. That's pretty standard. And solo. So this talent tree only functions when playing solo. Points assigned on this tree do not apply when playing in a team. We will benefit from both solo and any talents when playing solo. Just in case I have some friends that want to join me, I'll just go with the talents. Solo, yeah, it makes sense. Well, I don't know. I don't know if any of my mates would want to play this, but I'll figure it out. This year you'll benefit from both solo and normal talents when playing solo. That is not a sheep or a goat. Crafting. Let's just get our axe out here in case that wolf decides to. Is it a wolf or is it a dog? I don't know. Let's just go the other way. East. Get it? Okay, all your actions grant experience, level up for access to use blah blah blah. Unlock a wood rag torch P and craft it with 0 to provide. Okay, so P rag torch. Where do you see that? It's going out XP I have now. Red torch. So weird, I don't know where to look at stuff. I still got to get my mind or my eyes around the layout of this. Okay, I'll come back to that. Interacting range, the dropship, complete the mission, build a shelter and craft a bedrock to survive a harsh Icarus environment. Alright, well if we've got a board, we're going to need building materials. As far as building materials go, I think we're going to need to get... What is this? Sulfur. That's cool. So now, if you're holding the correct tool to harvest in your hand, then it will tell you what the mineral is that you're looking at. That's cool. That is super cool. One is the gears attack these. Yeah, bro. Let's just get somewhere safe. Jeez, this chap can jump. Going on. Let's clear out some shrubbery. I like the way it breaks down as well. It'll like chop the whole thing up. That's pretty cool. Alright. Do we dig out the stump? Nah. Let's go to our build menu. Let's have a houses. Got nothing on that. Texture. Bedroll. I'm placing the shelter bed. Stupid roof. Go away. Silence. Tech tree, well we don't have any points for it, so how do we level up? Oh, you've got to put the oxide. That slot, get that up, food's looking up, which is like consume stack, split stack, drop, destroy, open, build up. I think we're alright. Let's see if we can build ourselves a fire. 12 green, after this. Oh, I don't think we can build pickaxe and a stone axe. Stone pickaxe. Okay. So, hunt, gather, craft. Hunt. What a name. I don't think we can see if we can Ragnar lockpick this large deer. Nope, it ran away. Okay. Oh, here's a rabbit. Cheers, bunny rabbit. Hold F to carry it. Does that count as hunting? Go away. So, okay. Let's have a look here. We've got a rabbit. Where are we carrying it? Okay. Inventory, salt, 12 minutes, that doesn't matter. weather event. Incoming rainstorm. Find shelter to protect yourself. Oh no. What are we gonna do? Oh no, what are we gonna do? There's another bunny. Oh, we're carrying it with G. Let's see. So if we go here, we hit G. Okay, got a hold right now back. Let's just do this quickly. Are we harvesting this thing correctly? I don't think so. Why would we be worried about rain? I mean, how bad is the rain? Okay, some shelter, so some trees here in the forest. Whoa, check those windows. That's a bit cool. It's a really sick scratch on the camera. That's really weird. Okay. Rabbit. Gather in the front. Let's get out. So we got this one. There's something right away. Place to cook food and fend the cold away. 2 times crazy bonus. Okay, so we got a cozy bonus. Pretty cool. Once placed in shelter, a bed can be set as a respawn location. Can also be used to sleep through the night. Yeah, that stuff, that's cool. What's that? Oh, fire pit. Ooh, that's a nice upgrade. Let's have a look all the way down. Steel tree, the sturdy tree. Stuff to do. So we just got to keep gathering for another 400 and something. Explosion. So what happens if we get, assume we die if our storm exposure reaches 0? That's just an assumption. But if we can hide out through the rain, and if you look on the top right corner there, then you've got like the really into what's going on. What the hell? Is that trees blowing over in the rain? In the wind or? Maybe it's when the storm exposure maxes out we die. Okay, too. Let's find ourselves make ourselves a little hovel. Let's just find. Carve ourselves a little cave here quickly. We're gonna die.
Good work, Freshfoot. With new skills come new possibilities. What you do with that knowledge, well, that's up to you. No point picking up a hammer if you don't know what you're making. Before you build, you gotta learn how.
4 points available. Oh, nice. Come on. Maintain or upgrade the structures against the wrath of Icarus. Maintain or upgrade. we've managed to survive this first storm. Almost died. Not bad. I hear that little dog out there. So let's have a look here at our tech tree and see what are we going to swing out on. A spear would probably be simple to make into the bow. An effective defensive weapon, an erratic low-range projectile rapidly surpassed by improved versions. Quickly dislodge planks back into place, or replace those planks with sturdy materials. A single hammer does it all. Let's go with a knife, because we've still got to process the rabbits, and we've got 2 rabbits lying over there, or one there, one of us. We've got to process all of that. This is here. Icarus is unusually active. Tectonics provide a ready source of sedimentary rocks, making it easy, napped, sharp, but weak blades. A basic hunting tool, strong and sharp enough. Just okay. So it does some damage. It does some melee damage. It does more than the stone axe. 45 to 50 melee damage, 100% yield from skinning. 27 to 50 melee damage, 25 felling damage, 100% yield from felling. Okay. So I think we start with that. Start with a knife. Also want to get a campfire going. Fire weapon. I know what that's for, I just don't know why we need it, but okay. Basic bandage, wood rag there. We got 1 point. So we can do some armor options, rustic sand, seed extractor, stone palm. I don't know what a palm is, so I'm assuming that's going to be some kind of a pile of stones which can mark a significant location for a prospector. Oh, okay. Interesting. Here we go. Dirt foundation, thatch. Let's go with some foundations. Let's get some foundations down. Let's also see here what can we craft quickly for stone throwing knives. Let's put some of those. Okay, first one of those. And we'll put some throwing knives next. I wonder if this thing is messing with us. Let's just get this out the way. Alright. Over there was missing.
The terraforming went to crap, but they left a few critters behind. Changed their genes some, but you can still eat them.
Okay, let's skin the bunny rats. As on Earth, a survivor, but not today. I don't know if that was the right maneuvering, but it's the one we did. Okay, we are getting notification that we're low on food, so and I see there that we are. But let's go to the crafting menu, building menus, on dirt. How do we get dirt? I'm assuming we'll get it this way. Nope. Do we get it with an axe? Nope. Exactly. Let's see how we can. It's probably going to get us killed, but let's. Oh my word. Alright, never mind that. Let's check our inventory. Oh, we don't have much oxalate, so let's get some of that oxide. I don't even know how to pronounce that. What is this? Like a mango tree. Cocoa. Ooh. Cocoa is the bean or the nut that they use to make cocoa. So, maybe we can make ourselves some chocolate. Cool, so we harvested all of that now. We'll just put it in there. Keep an eye out for some more. I don't know how we get dirt. We've got your dirt foundation. What is that? Salt. I need salt. Berry bush. What's an oxide? Let's just mine this quickly. Mine all of this up. I wonder if things float, or have they got like dynamic gravity? Okay, things float. Oh well. There we go. Okay, I think we got the whole thing. Let's just load it in there. Oxygen for days. Still got meat, so let's go here. Let's craft ourselves. We need more stone to craft ourselves a stone pot. Okay, here's a whole bunch of stone. Yeah, got a whole bunch of stone. Go to the crafting menu. Craft ourselves a fireplace. Got a little bit of a timer there. Okay, that's ready. Dirt foundation. Dirt. Where do we get dirt from? But I think we'll make a camp right here next to the water's edge. Bingo. So, press F to interact, hold F to device on and off. So let's go with F, select a recipe. I don't have a recipe. Crafting guide, device inventory, type and sort, fuel. Requires fuel. Split stack again, and split it one more time and take the fiber. Put that in. I don't know how long the fiber is going to last, but okay, so that's the recipe. Let's get our other rabbit here, and let's drop him down, grab our knife, skin him, and we'll just take all. F to interact. Okay, nice. Bones, very cool. Put that in there. Pop some berries. I've been playing a lot of Once Human lately, and everything has to get cooked in that game. So let's just see how this works out. This is giving me a very Space Engineer slash Ark Survivor, Survival Evolved or whatever sort of a vibe. Let's consume the stuff.
Before you start building, you need to hydrate. There's a lake down there. Go take a drink. Even a basic environment suit will filter out anything dangerous. Here in the Terra Zone, the water's pretty clean. Fish don't seem to mind it.
Okay, that's interesting. So that one piece of wood that's consumed there, because remember we put 5 pieces of wood in as fuel. That has cooked the 2 pumpkins, and it has cooked the 2 steaks that we had there. Let's just switch it off so we don't waste it in the fuel. But alright, so we've got food down. We know what's going on with that. We know what the water is. We just drink it. And oxygen, we need to get that blue rock stuff outside and chuck that in. So that's how you get oxygen, food and water. Okay. Status effects. Cooked meat, cooling, tainted water, consuming dirty water, 15% chance to cause dysentery. I think that's a fancy way of saying diarrhea. So let's go to talents. Let's see here. Resources, hunting, cooking and farming. So I guess around. So this is going to be like bonuses for certain work that you've got to do. You got the survival aspect of it, the adventure aspect of it. Increase movement speed, increase base health, increase stamina regen during storms, reduce crafting cost, taming equipment, increase foraging yield, reduce crafting cost of saddles, cheaper fishing rods, no triangle, habitation, ready to work, increase stamina regen, careful hits, reduce durability loss on pickaxes, cheaper pickaxe crafting, cheaper axe crafting, reduce durability loss on axes, discount thatch buildables cost less to craft, and then we got a combat pack. So that's pretty simple. This I think is more of a permanent sort of arrangement to see what sort of aspects your character is going to fit into. If I can say it like that, if your guy, like, you know, if you've got a team of guys together and one guy does the farming, one guy does the hunting, one guy does the building, stuff like that, then each one can specially tailor make to their characters or whatever their better interest is, which is a cool dynamic because that gives you a better opportunity for like team building and stuff. So you could have like all your mates playing with you and you guys could be each developing your own individual characters that do like specialist stuff. That's pretty cool. I think that's a cool thing compared to the generic you know, big splash of how do you say, like talents and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, because when you got one like skill tree, let's say, and everybody has to like sort of has a limited skill tree with different like limited areas of specializing and stuff, then you know everybody's kind of overlapping each other. Whereas here you could really tailor a group of survivors to be quite interesting. I think that'll be pretty cool. Well, I think that is pretty cool. I'll give them points for that. You know, quite an interesting system. But let's see. Let's carry on playing this picture. We got more pumpkins. Let's just grab all that. Because the game is saying I haven't hunted enough. So let's see. Recipes requiring containers, consumables, and resources. Some stuff it tells me, some stuff it doesn't. Okay, well, that's cool. Let's just go here, let's go split stack, and then we'll just consume that one. I must say, the grilled pumpkin doesn't seem to, like the how quick things decay seems to be quite high. So, kind of really only got to fetch stuff when you need stuff, I suppose. But I mean, surviving seems easy. I mean, unlike a wood rag torch, provide yourself light during the night, build a shelter and craft bedrock to survive harsh environments, and then we can leave. So, yep, we chose it, so let's go crafting. There it is, let's craft one of those. Did we take bedrock? Let's have a look. We didn't, so we're going to have to keep stuffing around for quite some time. Build a shelter and craft their bedrock to survive the harsh environments. You know what I think we might need to do? What's it say about the hammer? Quickly, okay, maintain or upgrade your structures against the wrath of Icarus. If we go crafting and we go down to structures, we don't have dirt. So where do we get dirt from? That's the thing that I don't know. I don't quite get. I'm also thinking, the mountains around us, is that like our area now? We're kind of stuck in here. No, it looks like we could escape if we go that way. I think it's going to night time now. Okay. I think they do have like how do I say, like you're kind of enclosed by the mountains. So they've kind of given you, it is sandbox, open world, but I think they're static worlds. They're not randomly generated or anything like that. So I do think it's all a pre-built map that you'll be playing on. Which is not bad. Let's see. We'll just run this way. Let's see if we can get to the other side. Hopefully we don't die. Okay, there's a warning, so that's obviously something we need to watch out for. But let's do the typical English thing. That's a rabbit. Okay. Stamina depleted. Nah, I don't need to do this that way. There's a horse. Is it a horse? A Tyrannus. Okay. I must say, this food is abundant, but that could just be because of the difficulty of this scenario, this mission. But the abundance of food is noticeable. Like if you starve to death on this mission, then yeah, you deserve your Darwin Award. There's a nice river system here too. Nice little waterfall. Rule 1 about survival games though is don't build your base near a waterfall. Typically. They look cool, they sound cool, until you live by one. And then that noise will get in your head and drive you insane. I absolutely promise. But I'm not going to tell anyone how to live their life. If you want to survive on Icarus and build me a waterfall, go for it. So it's actually quite close. I think you check here. This is the one side and that is the other side. It really doesn't take much to get here. I wonder if you can mine this. Yeah, I don't think we can mine. Nope. I'm going to go with no. Alright, so we can't mine our way through that. I'm not sure. Oh, it's getting dark fast now. Let's find our way back to our camp where we have our little fire. Yes, this is him, but I think there's our fire over there. Wow, so it's actually, it's not too big of an area. I mean, here's where we killed those rabbits. Here's where we killed the rabbits, and we hid from the storm. And this rock over here by our level 10 deer. But keep in mind, every action we do gives us XP. And we need that XP. We have to level up so we can unlock the sleeping bag so that we can complete our mission. Oh wow. There's got to be a way to switch this on from here. Otherwise I'll have to go out and... There's no way to quickly. Alright, well, we'll just put that up, get our temp up. Hold the shelter. We still need to figure out how to get the dirt. How are we going to get dirt? I'm actually curious to see what the light radius is at night now. It doesn't look like it's that far, which could be quite scary if you think about it, because you might end up in a situation where you got like some freaking animal attacking you and you can't see where it is properly till it's right on top of you. That was one of the things about the forest that scared the hell out of me. That flippin' lighter situation was quite hectic, especially in the caves. Anyway, let's see, build a shelter and craft a bedrock to survive the harsh Icarus environment. We still need dirt. This recipe requires dirt. I don't know where to get dirt from. Where do we get dirt? Maybe there's accolades. Alpha Woodsler. Kill the Grief boss once. Kill the Jaguar boss once. Mammoth boss. Sandworm boss. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of medals you can get too. Oh wow. Nice. So you can get a whole bunch of like medals and stuff. Armed and dangerous. Survive 101. Are these like our... Oh, these must be our Steam achievements. Okay. Here's the map. Here's Bob's ship. Wow. Okay. This is quite... this is quite a big ass flippin' map. Look at that. That's quite large. And we've only checked that. So this map is not exactly small. I wonder, and we were like comparing that run, going from this edge to that edge over there, because we jumped over all those rivers there. It's not because we jumped across. That wasn't very big, but now when you zoom out, this map's quite massive. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if there is a way for us to... Check here quickly. Custom world settings, unstock settings, return to character collection. Yes, I'd like to report an issue. I am dumb and don't know how to get dirt. I wonder if there's something with whatever. Take stone and cook it, maybe then we'll get dirt. I don't know. Can you even put stone? You can put stone in there. And some fuel. I wonder if we can use charcoal as fuel. Nope. Let's split that stack in half. Let's get that done. Let's see if we turn that off and then we go into it. If I take the wood out and drop it back in. Nope. Okay, so that doesn't do much. You kind of have to switch it on, switch it off, no matter how much fuel you put in. Which is actually not bad. If you think about it, you could just plop all your unnecessary like stuff in here and then be like, okay, cool, see you in a bit, type effort. Spoiled plants. Consume stuff. Okay, you do need to be on top of your food and water though. Oh my word. That's quite something. Alright. Used by chlorite gun. Chunks of sedimentary rock, easily work. Icarus has some similarities to Earth, but in many regards remains a mystery. I'm not sure now. How do we get dirt? Let's go to our tech tree and let's just see if there's some kind of like shovel or something. Create dirt mounds. Can be used to collect dirt and sand when digging or shovel snow off your roof. Alright, so we need XP. We need to get another 3,000 or 2,800 XP, something around there, and then we will be able to get our dirt. Interesting. Yeah, it can carry up to 100, so you do have an inventory stack that then we can take our fireplace with us, so we could just explore now. I mean, we could go anywhere we wanted. Let's go see what's going on over there. Let's go for a little jog in the forest at night. Interesting. Nothing bad ever happens in a forest at night, that's for sure. That is pretty cool though. It's got like, check it out, there we've got a whole bunch of other resources to gather, have a look at. I wonder if this is like the better place for us to be in terms of like dangerous animals and wildlife and stuff like that. Like this little valley around the lake sort of thing is actually like a safe space, and then by us going for a little hop, skip and a jump over the hill, we're going to walk into something like a bear or something. I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we don't die. Nighttime's pretty cool though. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Get a bit of view. Higher. This looks like a cool place to set up a little camp. Or build a little shelter or something like that. You know, you could build something nice and safe up on top here. You could have a little like driveway coming around here. That would be pretty cool. That is cool. That is cool. And it looks like it's rotating as well. So that is really cool. And we've got that. I don't know what that is, but that's moving. That's cool. More cool. The stars are interesting as well. It's a interesting design and layout for the universe. And I think if we look here, I think we, yeah, I think first impressions, I think this is a pretty cool game. Yeah, initially, maybe I've still got that beginner's delight or whatever they call it, you know. Let's see how long that lasts. What's over here? I must say I do actually quite like the mountains and the bit of snow on top with the forest and the trees and that. Some clean running water all over the place. That's my ideal environment. I do not like the cities. There's like urban dense type areas I don't like. What the? Is that some kind of plaza? Place a vodka condenser on top to harvest exotic and condensed enzymes. Place a cell mirror that are water. That is so cool. But I think if we just stand on top here. Nothing. Oh, cool. Okay, so you can 7 on your numpad. You can move all that stuff. Well, we can take damage. That's a good thing. Let's just chuck that in our suit. Let's just chop down some trees. Maybe that'll get us the XP we need. A lot quicker. I'm a lumberjack. I'm okay. Cut down all the tree. Glad I turned my torch on. Right, let's see what I'm doing. Lily. I have a puppy named Lily. Well, she's not much of a puppy anymore, but I suppose Lily's also just a nickname. But anyway, have a look around. I'm gonna harvest the berries and I'm just gonna eat them outright. Nothing bad happened. Okay, if you consume a stack, it'll only eat up until you're full. Pretty cool. There's a deer or a rabbit. There's a big lake this side, so let's go have a look here at the lake. Maybe we build ourselves a cabin in the woods by the lake. Nice. Full damage is a thing, but showers for the weather event. That's not the end of the world though. Corn. I wonder if we could make a malt liquor. Make ourselves some moonshine. That'll be pretty cool. Now it's more rain. Let's see. Just same as before. Just mine ourselves a little hole in here. Little hidey hole type thing. There we go. Let's pick that and pick that. Now we are 100% out the way. Hey guys, how's it going? So, some sad news. Something went wrong with the recording at the second half of that video. So, we kind of lost all that data of us finishing off the first mission. I think my hard drive filled up. I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm busy sorting all that out. So I'm just recording this here as kind of like an exit, just to say the first round we're just figuring it out. I think the second mission is going to be great. So far I think the graphics is pretty cool, the concept is pretty cool. Yeah, and I'm pretty keen to carry on playing this game a bit. I am going to try and push to do at least one mission a week, and then edit and release at least once a week. I'm going to try for that. I'm not going to be able to promise it though. Life is very chaotic right now and very hectic with work and everything else. So bear with me. Also, if you think I'm sounding a bit nasally right now, that's simply because I have a bit of a sinus infection that I'm trying to work through. So I am feeling quite a bit under the weather. But nevertheless, the show must go on. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the first episode and look forward to seeing you guys in many episodes to come. And if you have any tips or pointers or anything like that, just chuck them down in the comments. Anything helpful will be appreciated. Just remember to be respectful and kind to everybody in the comment section. Awesome. Keep it real. We'll see you later. Josh out.